Hello, Victor here at restoringmercedes.com. Alex, this video is for you. Alex in New York, SL74, very rare car. So here, Alex, is your Egas module, the one that I repaired. I showed you the damage before, I showed you the failure. Now this is my module. As you can see, that's 140 chassis because the car I'm testing it on is 140 chassis, but nonetheless it should be alright. For this test purposes, it's gonna be just fine. Your throttles bodies are next. I'm gonna show you the operation. Here they are in the box. They're looking really nice, cleaned off nice. So first things first, I'm going to put on the ignition. We're gonna listen to my throttles. My throttles are fine, they're rebuilt. I've done them the same exact way as I would to do everybody's throttles. As you can see, same loop, same everything. They've been on the car for years. So let's go and put on the ignition, and then we're going to start the car. This car is not really being driven much because it has a little bit of a front end damage, but first things first, let's just test those. Open the window, it's really hot in here. So here's the sound. See, that's the learning process they're going through now. That's it. That's normal operation. When you put on the ignition, you wait for about a minute with ignition on, not starting the vehicle, so they learn their stops, and that's normal operation. Now everything's clear there. Let's start it up. I wanted to check the idle speed. Don't worry about check engine light. This car, like I said, it's a test car. It's not being driven at the moment. It has an exhaust leak. Just wanted to see the idle, cold start rather. Yeah. Poor exhaust is bad. So it's actually kind of not really good for me to test. With the bad exhaust, I have to do something with it. Air pump is, I mean, like I said, test vehicle, it doesn't matter. Engine runs good. Our purpose here is throttles. It's only throttle bodies, so it doesn't have to be anything else. Idle speed, acceleration, and ASR situation, of course. Yeah, acceleration is good. Slight fluctuation here and there, but that's again cold start. The car is not ideal, but my point here is to show you the acceleration, that the Egas module is repaired, and as you can see, obviously we have no ASR light. Very loud. My neighbors are gonna kill me, and it stinks too. Well, anyway, we have to do it. One more thing I want to show you. I'm going to plug in your throttles now. I'm going to show you the operation of your throttle bodies. Let me start it one more time. My point is the idle speed. Cold start enrichment, sometimes it hangs. See this idle, and check engine. I have to actually double check. I changed the mass airflow sensor on this vehicle for another one. The one that's in the car right now, it is not tested, so I don't know. It's this unit right here. Let's take a look real quick. Seems like it's reading though, but I don't know how well it reads, so that might be why the yeah, it's still cold start. Anyway, my concern is the ASR and idle speed. Idle speed is proper, acceleration is proper. Let me just accelerate under the hood real quick so you can actually see it. Accelerates fine. Alright, so not gonna make a lot more noise. The next thing I'm gonna show you are your throttle bodies. So what we're going to do now So we're going to unplug mine and we're going to plug in yours. I'm going to show you what happens when throttles are not working properly as well. Alright, well, you actually know how the car acts when throttles are dead. You're in permanent limp mode and all of this good stuff. Again, I want to show you all of this live so you know what's happening here. Let's put these units somewhere, so yeah, that should be all right. Right, okay, so that's that. Let's put this unit here somewhere as well. And we're going to put on the ignition. You're going to actually probably see a learning process once I put the ignition on. Okay, so idle. Let's put on the ignition. Now we're going to look for our learning process. Just so you can see, I'm gonna go up close. You won't see the second one, but it doesn't matter. You saw that throttle plate move. That is the proper operation for the learning process. And this is activation on both units. Even though yours are old style, but I don't hear them making screeching sound, which is actually very amazing. I guess they're low miles, that's why. Oh yeah, that one makes a little noise. Here, you hear that? Now do not worry about that, it's just the nature of the throttle bodies of this particular style. You see, you got the older style with big bolts, and then you have the newer style with smaller bolts, as you can see that. But you would rather have the noise because these are way more reliable than those. Okay, so don't worry about the noise, it's just the nature of the throttle body's design, the motor, and you obviously will not hear it when the engine is running. So, like I said, that is absolutely normal. It's just the way the design is. Nothing really can. Well, maybe if the motor is taken apart, maybe if the bearings are replaced with ball bearings, that's what they did in those to lessen the noise. Maybe if you take the gears like they did with that unit, they put plastic gears instead of metal gears, the noise obviously will go away. But again, that is none of our concern by any means. It's just the design. I guess you can call it a design flaw, but I think that I would take noise over motor failure. These motors always fail. These, I've only seen one in my life that was failed. So obviously your units are way more reliable. Now another thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to start the car with throttle bodies not on the vehicle. Just wanted to show you that ASR light is not lit when engine runs, but obviously idle speed will be all over the place, so that's normal. So this is not proper idle because obviously throttles are not letting proper amount of air because they're outside the vehicle. I just wanted to show you this because you can see that this combination works on the vehicle, so all electronics are working, throttles work. I'm going to accelerate it so you can see it. As you can see, they are both operational. So once you put it on your vehicle, if everything's fine on your car, which should be that everything should be fine, this combination, these three pieces, they're fine. So they should just definitely work, because now, as you can see, idle speed is way too high, but there is no ASR light. That's my point. Okay, so electronics, they work. It's just the throttles are not on the intake. Obviously they cannot correct the air supply, so but they are both operational and we're good to go. Okay, so that's basically going to be all for me, for you, because this is just very noisy car, but it's ready. These are ready to go, so that's what I wanted to show you. So I'm gonna pull the Egas and throttle bodies back in the box, and off they're ready to be mailed back to you. So you probably get it to the end of the week since you're in New York State, so we'll be all right. Okay, so this is all for me. I'm gonna go back to packing them, and I'll give you a call in a little bit. All right, thank you. And this was Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.